This is what one would call a really great angle. I'm just down, and here we are. Hey guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from what I normally do. I have this jacket here, I have this sewing kit. I'm basically just going to be sewing some stuff on camera while I talk to you. I got this idea from Megan Hughes here on YouTube, although I will not be inebriated during the time that I am sewing this for you. I'm in an Irish play right now, and there are some words that they say that I have not wanted to keep in my dialect, my vernacular, if you will, although I have added them back into my vernacular, such as it saying anyways instead of anyway. I'm just sewing this jacket. This is my my jean jacket. It has a lot of patches on this thing. I get compliments on this. Maybe I'll give you a little tour of it once I'm done. But I did a lot of the embroidery work on here, and stuff is just coming off because I was lazy when I put these patches onto this thing, and I did not do it properly. I have absolutely no theme for this here bobbing along, as I'm gonna call them. Puns, love them. But I just want to talk about random stuff that is happening in my life. I am looking into grad schools, one grad school in particular, which I am not going to talk about because I don't want to jinx anything. But I just have been debating the senioritis a lot lately. For those of you who don't know, I'm in my senior year of college as a acting and psychology major, two separate majors, not combined. And also I have a minor in dance and a minor in this cool thing called standardized patient training, which is, there are people outside my window, but I can't close my window because natural lighting. So they're just gonna see me awkwardly talking to a camera. Standardized patient training is basically you are an actor and you help medical or counseling students, law students do this too now. Really just any student that needs like a simulated situation to be able to diagnose a patient or handle a certain situation. And yeah, you're basically just like a real person who has a real reaction, and it's good for like nurses and stuff like that to be able to not only diagnose you, but also to be able to have those people skills and handle people who are not necessarily compliant with doctors. That's basically what my minor is. Just kind of practice that kind of stuff. And yes, the senioritis has fully truly set in. I am feeling it because I'm applying to grad schools, and like the one grad school that I'm applying to, it's kind of like if I don't get in there, like I'm not going to grad school right now. I'm just gonna move to New York and start my acting career. So I'm very torn at the moment. Obviously, I'm still going to audition and all that kind of stuff for the grad school for acting. But I just don't really know if I even want to go at this point. But I'm gonna do it just for the audition experience, and if I don't get in, like I can always audition there again in 3 years, because that's how acting undergraduate and graduate works. They usually don't like green actors who have not experienced the outside world of theater. So very different than a lot of graduate programs. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I also just, a lot of my friends are gone because they were seniors last year, which is always the issue for a lot of people, especially people like me who hate humans and do not interact with people. So yeah, that's fun. Love that. But, you know, my roommates are great and I have some other people that I really enjoy the company of, but I'm like ready to move on. I also just like miss a lot of people that I was with over the summer. A lot of things are, so many people my age from my high school are having children, are getting married. And I just like don't really get it. Like, to each his own, like, you choose how to do with your life, you know, I am all for that, but I'm just personally so not in that stage of life, so it just terrifies me. It makes me freak out a little bit when people who are my age are in that stage of life. But yeah, babies, no, not my thing. Definitely would like kids, but like not for another 10 years, if you know what I mean. Just kind of going with the flow. I have a lot of interesting theater classes this semester. I'm TAing for our Acting 1 class, which is like so interesting to look at, because the students who are in that class are all freshmen and I'm a senior, and I just find it so fascinating to observe people. This is why I'm also a psychology major, and just kind of see like how they do things and where I have done those kinds of things before in the past, and now being able to look back on it from an outside or future perspective. It's really, really cool to see the mistakes I made and the mistakes that they're making and like their journey finding out how acting works for them. So that's been really cool, and that's kind of more of the stuff that I did over the summer at NSLC. I always find that with NSLC too, is that like you watch them, you're like, ha, yes, I did that. And now this is how I would do it differently after having all of this knowledge that I have. But also sometimes I still do the things that you do. Lots of really great psychology homework, man. And a lot of dialect work in my class, which I'm excited about, but also terrifies me. We've been working on New York dialects, and wow, I just really truly slip into Oh Hello from Broadway. Yes, that is what my best friend and I slip into in that accent. That and I don't know if anyone's ever seen this, but Coffee Talk with Linda something, which is Mike Myers. I used to have this DVD of all the Mike Myers SNL skits because I was obsessed with Mike Myers and obsessed with Austin Powers. Great movie series. If you haven't seen it yet, please see it. It's fabulous. Okay, so most of these are pretty well secured. This one's pretty good, but I am gonna just quickly fix this one. Alright, so these are some shorts. They look like a skirt, but they are shorts. And they're a little wrinkly, but they're just slightly too big on me. So I just need to take in the side bits, and I finished doing my jacket over here. Most of this kind of stuff is just some nice hand stitching. But maybe next time I do this video, we will get into more of the actual sewing machine repairs and things that I like to do, like perhaps making my own clothing. The world will never know. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I can talk about the other classes that I'm taking. So yeah, I start my day on Monday with my history and systems class, which is a really quite boring psychology class about the history of psychology. History and systems. There you go. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just kind of taking in the waistband a little bit, and I've already tried this on, so the exact measurements are not going to be quite there, but I know generally how much smaller it needs to be. It's the only class that I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is great, but also not great because then I do stuff like this. No, it gives me a lot of time to like work on my lines and do homework and dedicate my time to other things. I also am probably working somewhere else other than the theater department soon. Don't know when, but sometime soon. So that'll be good. That'll probably take up some of my time on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And Friday I have improv, so that takes up a lot of my time on Friday. That's what I do on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right now on Wednesdays I have tutoring for ASL, American Sign Language, because I was a TA in that class last year in ASL 1, and I have taken both ASL 1 and 2, and so yeah, I have tutoring every week, and that's very fun. It's a great time. I get paid for it. Pretty cool. That's basically my day on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do have to wake up at like 9, which for college is pretty early, but for a acting major, I have a lot of 8 a.m.s, have had a lot of 8 a.m.s, so it's not super duper early, but I do have an 8 a.m. on Tuesday, Thursdays. Start out my day on Tuesday, Thursdays with my advanced modern class, which is a great way to wake up. If I could pull myself out of bed to exercise on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, would definitely have a better day, but you know, I'm lazy sometimes. I have a little break in between then and my acting 1 TA class. That's cool because then I can make myself breakfast and I actually have time to do stuff that I need to do, and yeah, it's a good time. I'm very glad it worked out that way because I almost had 5 classes in a row on Tuesday, Thursdays, and nobody likes that. But instead it changed to an online class. Then I have my acting 1 class that I TA for, and then after that I have my voice and diction class, voice and diction 2, which is basically just a dialect class, or accent class as some people would call it. And then I have the last class of the day, which is behavioral neuroscience. One of my psych classes, it is quite a lot. It's not necessarily boring. Like, I find the information interesting. It's just very difficult because it's a lot of memorization and understanding like how the parts of the brain work and then how they affect other parts and all the liquid that goes in the brain. Really, really stuff that is interesting, but also makes me a little bit anxious. You know, when you talk about parts of your body, you talk about like your veins or like your brain and all that kind of stuff, and then your body just starts like tingling there because you're talking about it and you're just like, really don't want to talk about that, really don't want to think about that being in my body and being part of my body. That's how I feel a lot of that class. Also, he talks about like really questionably ethical experimental kind of stuff with animals, and I'm just not really a fan of that. Ooh, look at that. Look at her. She's smaller. Yay. This is the back of the jacket if you would like to see that. I think that's all this video is going to be. I hope you liked it. It was really just me rambling about things while I sewed some things. So If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more. And if you haven't already, you can check out my previous video on this side of the screen and my previous vlog on that side of the screen. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.